Like that was just one thing that I was not expecting, and literally nobody told me. I remember one time I got like caught cheating in class. The easiest way to find friends is everybody be trying to be in your business. Like go do your work, go do something. But my 10th grade year, I really became a social butterfly. The number one way to get to talking to somebody and keep a conversation flowing. My sophomore year was the best year of my whole entire high school career. Like the number one tip that I wish that I knew. Hey guys, what's up today? I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you advice / tips that I wish I knew as a freshman or a sophomore. If you're in one of these grades or you're already currently in one of these grades, this video is for you. I'm an incoming freshman in college. I'm going to Delaware State in August, so I've completed all 4 of my years of high school, and I just wanted to give you guys tips that I wish that I knew. This video is going to be split into, hold on, I have everything on my phone, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. This video is going to be split into grades, clubs, friends, boys, relationships, teachers, school supplies, other. So like just kind of like miscellaneous stuff that kind of like go together but aren't really their own topic. Also at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about the tip that I wish that I knew the most before I went to any of these grades. Let's start with number 1. Focusing on your grades early. I literally cannot emphasize this enough to literally do your work. Like 9 times out of 10 your work is going to be so easy, your classes are going to be so light, like you almost have to try to fail these classes. Like I'm so serious. And the only reason that you could fail these classes more than likely is to not do your work. Like most of the time the work is busy work. It's just work that you can just do in like literally 30 minutes or less, or use ChatGPT or Mathway or something like that. Like really the work is not that difficult. I personally am not condoning in any kind of cheating, but like like it gets to a point where it's literally the bare minimum and you still can't even do that. Use your freshman year as a boost for your GPA for the rest of your 4 years, because when colleges look at transcripts, they're not looking at just 1 year. No, they're going back to the beginning and they're going to see what you did your whole entire high school career. So if you have good grades your whole entire high school career, like you're more likely to get accepted. Not that I'm an admissions counselor or anything, but it makes sense. Like especially it's really hard to get your GPA up after you flunked your first year. Like even if you got like C's, F's, D's, whatever, like it's gonna be really hard to get that GPA back up for the rest of your 3 years. Like I'm telling you now, like I know people who didn't do anything their 9th grade year and then they try to make it up their other 3 years, and it was really hard for them. Like they had to work 10 times harder just to get back to a normal average GPA. So if you want to get a boost, if you want to get ahead, definitely make sure you're doing all your work that 9th grade year. Like whatever you can, do it to your best full ability. It's really easy. Talk to your teachers. They might give you some bonus extra credit. Like just talk to them because it really will help you in the future. This is more of a tip for like sophomores, but it can be used for freshmen too, I guess. But make sure you're taking the right classes. Like this is just going to go under grades. Like this isn't a whole new subject that I'm starting, but like make sure that you're taking the right classes, because like if you're not good at math, why are we taking an advanced algebra class? Like absolutely not. No way. Like don't do it, because I'm not good at math, and I was in like the basic regular geometry class, and thank God like I had really good like nice teachers who would let me do extra credit and let me redo assignments to get my like grades up, because my math grade was pretty treacherous. But then again, like I would never take an advanced algebra class. I would never take an advanced math class in any kind of way, because I already know I'm not good at math. But if you're good at math, take that class, boost your GPA. You know what I'm saying? Like really keep in mind that your GPA is what's really gonna matter for the next level, especially if you want to go to college. If you don't want to go to college, girl, none of this advice really applies to you. Like just go do whatever. Also, if you do the work your 9th and 10th grade year, your 11th, I can't really say that your 11th grade year, your junior year is going to be like super like easier for you to coast through, because junior year is really hard. And if you guys want me to make a video about that, I'll make a whole entire separate video about junior and senior year. But anyway, junior year is really hard, but that 12th grade year, like you're gonna be coasting because you did all the work the 9th grade year. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you don't do that good your junior year, but you have good 9th and 10th grade years, like you're still gonna be fine. Like you're not gonna be struggling. That's just my guess. That's just like a logical standpoint from it, because my grades were good the whole entire 4 years. I always did my work. I was always on top of everything. So yeah, this is just my guess. Number 2, join a club, like any club. Do something outside of school, like extracurricular, because it helps you meet people way faster that way. And obviously you already had joint interest because you're in the same club or the same sport. I personally did softball, so I had practice every single day after school, and so I already had something to do after school. I wasn't going straight home. I was interacting with people from school, outside school, so it was really easy for me. That was my sophomore year that I had made the softball team. I didn't make my softball team my freshman year. My 10th grade year, I was in softball after school, and then I also joined a club called DECA. It's a marketing club, and it is so fun. If your school has a DECA chapter, 100% join it. Like, I recommend it to you. Like, I was a little iffy about it at first because I was like, like, what even is this? But it's basically like a marketing club, and you go to like conferences and like do debates and stuff, and it's really, really fun. Like, a lot of the times these clubs end up going on trips, so you can go to Six Flags outside of school. Like, you can just do so many things. You can stay at hotels for the DECA conferences, state championships, like whatever. It's really, really fun, and it gives you a reason to get out of school with people who have shared interests. And if your school has a DECA chapter, join that. I'm actually so sad that I was only in DECA for like a year or two, I think. Like, I wish I could have been in it so much longer, but then I transferred schools and they didn't have a DECA club, and I was heartbroken. You don't even have to stay in the club for your whole 4 years. Like, you could just do it 1 year for the trip, and then you decide you don't like it, go to another club. Like, there's mad clubs depending on your school. My first school had a bunch of clubs, so it's like, hey. Okay, number 3, friends come and go, and I'm sure that we all know this, we've all heard this, but for me personally, when I have a new friendship or I have a friend in general, like, I take them so seriously. Like, I literally prioritize them, make sure that I'm being a really good friend. Like, I literally try to do the best that I can. Like, I make sure that I'm being a really good friend. So my freshman year, I talked to like a couple people, and if you were to tell me that I wasn't going to be talking to those same people my sophomore year of high school, I literally would not have believed you. Like, I would have been genuinely heartbroken. But then my sophomore year, I ended up shifting away from them, and we just didn't talk that much. And so for the first weeks of school, I was like I could barely breathe, bro. Like, I was going through it. I was never really one of those people to like be in like a big group of friends, because like, I don't know, I like more like intimate, like me and you kind of thing, like a really good best friend versus a bunch of other people. Like, that was just me personally. So I was never really in like a big group, but 9 times out of 10, big groups like that usually carry some kind of drama. Like, you just cannot have a big group of people without there being somebody doesn't like somebody didn't like how they said this to them. Like, it's always something with those groups. Like, I'm not saying every single group, but most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, there's always going to be some kind of problem, some kind of issue, somebody falling out. It's always something, especially in high school. But I would say to not get too attached to your friends, because it's high school. Like, people are going to grow and change in so many different ways and just like find themselves, and if that version of themselves that they're going to find doesn't align with you, then it's wraps. Like, it's wraps. I would say to have a open pool of people. Talk to as many people as you can, because you never know who you're going to end up talking to later on when you have a falling out with your current friends. Like, you can always go and talk to them like, oh, I talked to her a couple weeks ago, blah blah, I said hi to her in the hallways. Like, you never know, because friends really do switch up. Like, they switch up like that in high school, I swear. For a majority of friends, like, there are always outlier cases. So I still have like 2 or 3 good friends that I talked to from my sophomore year and freshman year of high school. Like, I still do to this day, but 9 times out of 10, it's not like that. Like, people are gonna go. Going along with that, some people are really just school friends. Like, and y'all gotta know that. Y'all gotta know that. Some people are really just school friends. Like, if you were to have to talk to them outside of school, there would be no conversation. The only reason that y'all are talking is because they have to see you every single day. And it really needs to be boiled down to just that. So don't go thinking like, oh, they're my best friend, they're my this and that. Like, no, we're not. I only talk to you because we're in school. Because I've had that thought so many times, like, dude, I would literally not be talking to you if we were not in the same school, in the same class, and the same everything. Like, I would literally never talk to you. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta leave it at that and realize that everybody's not your friend. That's my next point. Everybody is not your friend. Like, you'll be saying something to them, blah, 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 running your tribe, and then they go tell the people that you were talking about, and now they're coming up to you, want to fight. Like, absolutely not. Like, you just can't be telling everybody everything. Like, when you found like really good, like true trustworthy friends, maybe you could get it to a little yapping with them, but don't just go yapping with everybody, because you're like, oh, this big school, there's all these people, it's not gonna come back and find me. Yes, it literally will. Like, these people don't have anything to do. They're not doing their work. They're not going to class, babe. They're getting involved in every single kind of job that they can. I swear. High school is extremely messy. And everybody be trying to be in your business. Like, go do your work. Go do something. Be real mindful of who you're talking about certain topics with, because people are looking for the next story. They're looking for some tea, drama, gossip that they can get on you, and they really don't care. Like, they really don't care if it harms you in the process, because they just got some tea out of it. They're trying to be messy, trying to set up a fight. Like, I swear, it really does go like that. Like, it's really messy. It might not be to that extent of like fighting and violence and everything, but it's just like people are messy and they're looking for a story. Number 4, boys. Y'all leave them boys in high school alone. They're immature. They're immature. And they're immature. It's okay to have a cutesy little crush. Like, oh my god, like, that's my hallway crush. But let me stop you right there. Don't let it be anything more than that, okay? Here's my thing with relationships in high school. It just never made sense to me fully. Like, taking this serious, making it a priority, like changing your schedule, going to their classes, like all this and that. Because 9 times out of 10, it's the same thing with friends. You're probably not going to be talking to that person, being with that person, hanging out with them by your senior year that you are your freshman and sophomore year. Like, it's unrealistic. And so altering all of your stuff for another person is never makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, don't get a boyfriend, don't get a girlfriend. Like, I'm not gonna say that, but it's just like, be mindful, like be real. Like, don't be thinking that you're about to get married to this person, because 9 times out of 10 you're not. Not a person in anyone's bubble or try to like look down on relationships or nothing like that. Like, I just wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Like, it's okay if it happens, like, it's cool, but don't go thinking like, oh yeah, this might mean like, what's our kids' names? Like, no, hold on. And the percentage is very low of people who come out of high school still in a relationship, or even go through high school all 4 years. Like, it's very, very low. Like, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm not saying that's cheap, but I'm just saying, like, don't put all your focus onto that boy or onto that girl, and then you're not doing your work anymore, you're not going to classes, like you're altering your whole entire life for this relationship. Don't do that. That's a no. You need to be focusing on that GPA. I wouldn't really say it's a problem if you can balance, like, I'm gonna do my schoolwork, and then after my schoolwork I'm gonna go hang out with my boyfriend or girlfriend. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people just don't know how to balance, especially like when they're young. Like, bro, 9th grade, you're literally fresh out of middle school. Like, I'm not gonna expect you to know how to balance your relationship and your schoolwork. Like, I'm not gonna expect you to know how to do that. I would say steer away from it if you can. Like, don't go out like looking for a boyfriend, like who's single, like all this and stuff. Like, don't go out doing that. But if it happens to you, like you find somebody like, oh, like that's cute, but make sure you balance it. Make sure you balance. I think that's number 5. But teachers, you need to be staying on top of your grades and making sure that your grades are being entered correctly, because teachers, they deal with hundreds of students a day, especially if it's a big school. So they might put in the wrong grade. They might put in 0 for something that you actually did. You need to stay on top of that. You need to be looking at your, what I have was Infinite Campus, but whatever you do like your schoolwork on, you can see your grades and make sure that your stuff is getting entered in correctly, because who's gonna check it if it doesn't? And then you're gonna be looking crazy at the end of the semester. We got a 0 for something that you actually did. If you're struggling in a class, do not be afraid to ask your teacher for practice or like help after school, or helping you with like an assignment. I went to a public school my first 2 years, and then I went to a private school my last 2 years. And low-key in public school, like asking them for help is low-key like asking my dog for help. Like, they not really gonna help me that much. So it's just like, it depends on if your teacher is good or not, and if you feel comfortable asking them for help. Because sometimes we ask some teachers for help, they're acting like you're inconveniencing them. Like, yo, this is your job. So I don't know, like, be mindful of that. Like, it's just, that's kind of like experiencing. Like, if you feel like you can talk to your teacher and ask them for help, then ask them for help. But if not, maybe talk to some classmates and ask them, because otherwise you're gonna be cooked. But no matter if the teacher's nice or not, you need to be asking for makeup work, extra credit recovery, something if your grade is low. Like me in math class, like I literally barely pass math every single year, but I always pass because I always ask for like extra homework to redo something. Like I always ask. So I always pass math every single year, and without that I literally would have been cooked. I'm telling you now, take advantage of any extra credit that you get, because it's literally gonna help your grade, and you're gonna already be ahead of other people, because 9 times out of 10 people are not doing the extra credit. But that's only if you care about stuff like that, like being top in the class or something. Like, but even then, even if you're not, it's still gonna be helpful to your grade. If you fail a test later on, or you don't do good on homework or something, and then you have that extra credit, you're good. It evens out. Don't count on your teachers to keep up with your grades. Like, you're gonna have to keep up with it. They're trying to worry about hundreds of other students, so you're gonna need to be checking your grades frequently and making sure stuff's getting put in. You need to make sure that you're on top of that. Number 6, school supplies. You do not need a bunch of school supplies. Like, I promise you, you don't. Like, especially coming from elementary and middle school, you do not need that many school supplies in high school in general. You don't need 5 binders for every class. You don't need 6 notebooks for every class. Read the syllabus and then decide from there, because most of the time you need like kind of the same thing. So if you have like an English and a history class and you get a binder or a notebook for each, now get one for 2 of them. English, history, math, science, so you can do 2 and 2 and only carry around like 2 notebooks. Or if you want to do binders, carry around 2 binders. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need every single subject to have its own binder. Like, I'm telling you now, you don't need all that. You're just gonna have your back hurting from all the stuff that you're carrying around. Like, you really don't need all that. Like, obviously if you're going to have like a notes based heavy class or something like that, like you can go get an extra notebook, but don't go in school with all that. Like, I promise you, you do not need all that. Plus, a lot of things in school now are digital. Google Classroom, Google Docs, like it's very digital, so you really don't need all that. For school supplies in general, like pens, pencils, highlighters, whatever, I used pens the most, highlighters the most. Like, going into high school, my freshman year, and like hearing teachers say that you can use a pen or pencil, I was like, what? Because in middle school, like you could not use pen, you had to use pencil. But yeah, I would like go on and off from pen to pencil. Like, if it wasn't that serious of an assignment, I would just do it in pen because it was like cute and aesthetic. But if it was like a real serious like test or something, I'm probably gonna do it in pencil. But I literally sat next to a girl and like we had multiple classes together, and she would literally do every single one of her assignments in pen. I was like, oh, you're brave. Even her math. But yeah, I use midliner highlighters, and these are the midliners that I use. I just use these midliners. It's not focusing, but G2 pilot pens, I literally love these to death. So I would like write in pen and then highlight some important points, and it was so cute. I can't say that my freshman and sophomore year my notes were so aesthetic, like they were so cutesy because it was like random stuff, like it wasn't that important, it wasn't that serious. Like I'm telling you, my classes my 9th grade year and my sophomore year were so easy. So this is just like the miscellaneous stuff that I just wanted to talk about that don't really have like their own subject or topic. I do want to talk about making friends, like how you even go about making friends, because I know some of y'all are literally just starting 9th grade or just going into your sophomore year, you might be transferring, whatever. Making friends really depends on like your school kind of type and your school vibe. My school was like kind of diverse, but it was diverse enough for me to find my friends. Like my first school. My second school, the easiest way to find friends is definitely talk to the people that are in your classes already. Like that already helps you out because you're probably going to be sitting next to them or behind them or something like that. Like you need to be talking to them, and so later on whenever you need help with an assignment or you want some answers, even though I don't condone cheating, but if you need some help, like some extra help on some homework and you've been talking to that person in class, like they're going to be more willing to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time in high school people don't really care anyway. Like they all just want to pass, and a class that cheats together pass together. I don't know, but some people are stingy. Like girl, go do something. But I will also say be careful who you're handing out your stuff to. Like if somebody has to cheat off you and copy your paper, like I would definitely say be careful because teachers will find out and like will know. I remember one time I got like caught cheating in class. Bro, like I didn't even try to hide it. Like literally my 9th grade year too, and it was in math. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like the girl just gave me her homework because I didn't do it because I literally had no clue how to, and this was before I knew how to use Mathway. And so I just like literally copied down everything that was on her paper in the same exact spot. Like I didn't even try to hide it in. My teacher was like, you're cheating, blah blah blah. I'm like, my brother, yes I am, but you didn't have to call me out. But my 10th grade year I really became a social butterfly because it's going to be a reason that I mentioned in the last part of this video, the biggest advice that I wish that I knew. But because of that reason I ended up becoming a social butterfly. Like I talked to so many people. Like I literally had people that I talked to in every single class, and it just made school 10 times more fun. Like genuinely talking to people in every single class. And it can just be small talk. Again, everybody's not going to be your super best friend, but if you can just talk to them in class and make the time go faster, like it's really really fun. Get insight on their life. And the number one way to get to talking to somebody and like keep a conversation flowing, get that person to talk about themselves. I swear the conversation can go on for however long you want to if they're talking about themselves. I literally can tell you that right now. Or ask them like, hey, like what are you doing after school? What are you doing this weekend? Not in like a hanging out way, but it's just like, what are you doing? Like what do you have for lunch? Bare minimum entry level questions. Like you don't have to be digging into their personal life. Definitely just like ask them questions about themselves, ask them questions about like the class, like whatever. What did you get for number 3? Like really just be talking to these people because it's so fun. Like it's literally so fun. Like I had such a great time. My sophomore year was the best year of my whole entire high school career, like, because I was talking to people all the time. Like I would just ask them random questions like, hey, like what's your favorite color? Like genuinely just be talking to people all the time, especially if you're in the same class. Like that just gives you like an entryway. Like you can ask them about the class as a gateway and then just like go off into something else. Like I still have really good friends from that year, so I'm really glad that I ended up talking to a bunch of people that year. It was so fun. Just be like open to everybody. Like don't go around like bullying people and like closing them off. Like, oh, I would never talk to her because she's emo. Like I would never talk to him because he's this. Like don't go off doing that, because like these people can actually be really fun and nice people to talk to, but you just close them off because of their certain aesthetic or how they look. Obviously you have people that you want to stay away from and that you don't really want to talk to. Like you know that they're not your vibe, but just because that should be off of experience that you've had with them or just things that you know about them like personally, not from what other people are saying. Like, oh, she's this, she's that, like don't talk to her, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, gauge your own understanding from things. There's been many times where I talk to people and they were like, oh, like she's bad news, blah blah blah, they're this and that, they're this and that, and I literally talked to her and she's literally so sweet, but she just had a certain situation come up with a certain group of people. Like, you know, it's really never that serious. And I don't know, sometimes the beef don't really got nothing to do with you, so it's just like, I don't know, take with that what you will. Like don't take everything that I say with a grain of salt, I promise you. Obviously if there's like very valid reasons or like very concerning reasons for you to not talk to that person, obviously don't talk to them. But if somebody's like, oh, like yeah, she's this and this, like just like kind of gossipy more than like actual facts that you should be concerned about, maybe take that with a grain of salt. Honestly, high school really is not that serious. Like people try to make it 10 times more serious than it really is, but you really should not be that scared. Like I swear, once you get used to it, it's like I don't like any of you. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of rambling and like ranting. I feel like I'm not even really talking about anything, but I do hope this video helps at least one person. Also, you don't have to stress about making like the perfect group of friends or like being friends with like the right people. Like you don't really have to worry about that. Like what I'm about to say is so cliche, but like be yourself. I know, like when you're trying to like imitate another crowd or like another person, you're gonna attract the kind of attention that brings with it. So if you're acting like a emo girl, you're gonna bring emo friends. If you're acting like yourself, soft, quiet, calm, cool, collected, you're gonna bring friends of that nature. So like me and my friends to this day, like we act so like people tell us all the time, you know what I'm saying? And obviously we have our differences, but it's just like the main core values are there, and so we're able to be really good friends still to this day. But just talking to people outside of your best friend can really help you out. Like just talking to people, whatever, like you might not be close friends, you might not even talk to them after school, but it makes that in-school experience so much more fun. It is so worth it. Also, the first day back to school, everybody's gonna be wearing those cutesy little outfits, everything's gonna be so tea, and maybe even the first week, but after that everybody's just gonna be wearing sweatpants, Crocs, sandals. Like it's really not gonna matter. So I wouldn't say be too worried about your school clothing, because it's really not that deep. Like have like a couple good outfits for like a few good occasions, like picture day or something like that, but other than that, like you don't need to have a fashion show every single day. I promise you, in high school they will dress in pajamas literally every single day. Also, high school can be very overwhelming and very draining at times. Keeping up with all your schoolwork, even having a social life, it's like all very draining to keep up with, because it's a lot more independence and responsibility from middle school. So it can be a lot, especially for somebody who's just like new to it. So if there's a football game on Friday night but you're already tired from the week, don't be afraid to stay home. Just get your rest, because school is really exhausting. Also, the people taking high school extremely serious, like way more serious than it ever has to be, are probably going to be the ones who peak in high school and literally don't do anything after that. Like I swear, like momentarily you just have to remind yourself that it's just not that serious. Like honestly, like there will be so much drama, so much gossip, especially with girls. Ugh. Okay, for my last and final tip / advice that I wish I knew, like the number one tip that I wish that I knew, girls become so male-centered in high school. Like literally, it's the most that I've ever seen. Like I was not prepared for it at all, like literally at all. Like my friends just started following boys around, like, oh, blah, 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 doing this and this and this, like I'm gonna hang out with them, and they just slowly started to forget about me. That's how 95% of my friendships in high school faded and drifted, because they just started hanging out with their boyfriend 10 times more. They started forgetting about me, and they just become so male-centered. It is insane. Like girls become really interested in boys at this age, and it's just like, my brother, like what happened to me? And it's so insanely common, and I hate it. Like it's honestly something that still kind of like baffles me to this day, because it's like, bro, we were friends way before him, and now he comes along and you drop everything for him. Like, oh my gosh, like I will literally never forget that. It's one of the number one things that I wish that I knew, how fast girls switch up and how quickly you will be a thing of the past whenever they get a boyfriend. That's also to say, don't be one of those girls. Again, balance. Like don't be one of those girls who picks their boyfriend every single time over their best friend. Especially in high school, like the stakes are extremely low. Like it's not like y'all are getting married, it's not like y'all are having kids. Choose your best friend. I can't really say anything about boys, because like I don't really know how they get when they have a girlfriend. Like I don't really know how that works. Stop hanging out with the homies, I don't really think they do. Like I've not really seen that a lot, but I've really seen a great deal of people talking about how their best friends leave them after they get a boyfriend. And trust me, I've seen it firsthand, and it sucks and it's terrible, because your best friend doesn't even see it. They're just like, oh, like you're not happy for me, like you don't want me to be happy, blah blah blah. Like dude, I want you to be happy, but like, so you're happy without me? You're happy now that I'm not in your life as much? Like what? Dude, I swear they get super distant. They start just changing. They start acting different, dressing different. Like so many things about them change, and it's like, dude, who are you? And they're changing completely for a boy. Like that was just one thing that I was not expecting, and literally nobody told me. Like they switched up so fast. I cannot emphasize this enough. And so because of that, I literally just started branching off and finding new people to talk to. Like whatever person that I could, just talking to them, because my friend that I literally rocked with my whole entire 9th grade year, she got a boyfriend her 10th grade year, and I just was kind of left hanging to dry. And I was like, it was one or two choices for me: stay lonely or talk to people and not be lonely. So I chose not to be lonely, and I just started talking to people. Like I was like in fight or flight for friends at that moment. Like I literally had no one, so I had to go find friends, literally. And that's what I think you should do. Don't be the girl always involved in drama. Don't be the girl always involved in some kind of gossip, some tea, whatever. Like do not be the person, because nobody's going to trust you to be their actual friend if they know that your history is always being in gossip, being messy, being in some kind of like involvement or situation with somebody. Like they're not going to trust you to be your friend, because you're more of like a shade room, like a tea page to them. But yeah, that's really all I have for this video. If you didn't take anything else from this video, take 2 things. Focus on your grades, get your GPA up, and be prepared for your friends to switch up on you when they get a boyfriend. Like that's the top 2 things that I have. But a recap from this video, again, focus on grades, join an extracurricular activity like a sport or a club. Friends come and go. Everyone is not your friend, so be careful who you're telling information to. Girls change when they get a boyfriend. Yeah. Don't be the boy crazy girl. relationships are not that deep in high school. Talk to your teachers and stay on top of your grades. You don't need a bunch of school supplies. Talk to people in your class, protect your peace, and it's okay to not have everything all figured out. You just learn a lot once you go through high school. Like, you kind of get the system figured out. You kind of get everybody like figured out, like, oh, this is the people who do this. I will say that going through it, like just being in high school, definitely makes you understand the system of how everything works. Like, you just get more relaxed with it. You find your friends, you find your group, you find yourself, you just explore. And so it just gets easier as time goes on with a lot of things, I think. But that's really all I have for this video. If you guys want a junior/senior version of this, I might make one. Even if you guys don't want it, I might still make one anyway, because that's some tea right there. Good luck on your first days of school. If you've already started school, hope you have a good school year, and if you've not already started school, I still hope you have a good school year and prepare for back to school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.